On this episode of GrassRoots Garage, we've just made it to episode 200. Sounds like a good time to take a look back at some of the cars we've featured. But before we do, we'd like again to thank everyone that supported the GrassRoots project. We love reading all the positive comments. And of course to all the owners, we want to thank you for taking the time to tell us about your car. We hit the ground running after episode 100. Rolia had its first appearance, the fire-breathing V8 Turbo LS Corolla.
How was it? Yeah.
And the Datsun Heaven series continued with some living legends of the California 510 community. We visited Troy Ermish at SEMA, and then what a perfect way to wrap up our American Datsun Heaven series. We got to meet the man, the legend himself, BRE's Pete Brock. And he took us for a spin in his V8 powered 510. Back here in Oz, the Datsun Outlaws series continues to bring together some insanely quick cars, with quite a diverse range of engine conversions, but it's all about finding out who's the fastest. The twin-turbo RB240 from Datsunville is always a highlight.
Adam,
How are ya?
welcome to the party. We're in the Datsunville 240. So
Sure are, mate.
she's back, she's alive. Tell us, since we last saw it, tell us what's happened.
Oh, just new engine, new block, new pistons, bigger turbos. What a lineup of Datsuns. That's
Oh,
worth
yeah, man.
fucking.
What a lineup.
We spent a heap of time with Shonky Garage for a very good reason. God RX2 was unveiled at Jamboree 2019. Pete cut some laps at Summernats in the Go-Go Mobile. And we took a trip out to catch up with Ben Salukovic in Orange, and he introduced us to some of his mates. Let's have a quick look back at some of the moments that got us to 200 episodes.
So we've got a Lambo over here. We've got two sub 12 second Rexies. I'm here to see a Civic, and I love it. I love this Civic. It's such a cool car. Good luck, brother.
See how we go.
Send it.
Send it.
first. Freeway.
Hey, that was a lot more than 50. That was 100.
So I'll just start off like what we normally do. Hey Pete,
Yeah.
welcome to GrassRoots Garage. Okay, I'll refer back to that.
Yeah. We can edit how
Edit, yeah, at least that's always good. You can do that, mate. That's what I said when I picked up the welder. They went, "Can you weld?" I went, "No, but I can grind."
Yeah.
Sort of the same thing.
Yeah.
I have Pete here from GrassRoots Garage, and we are doing our 200th episode. So I'd like to congratulate Ryan and Pete on their 200th episode too, mate.
Thank you, Todd.
Pete, welcome to GrassRoots Garage.
Cheers. Yeah, thank you.
In your 200 episodes, you've seen some pretty cool cars, you've seen some pretty nice cars. What would be your quickest ride that you think you've been in, mate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quickest ride. I mean,
It's like trying to pick your kids, is it, mate?
It's,
Pick a
it is
favourite,
hard. It is
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
I'm trying to think by the numbers who's the quickest, who's put down the quickest time.
I wouldn't even think that. The quickest ride you've been in, I reckon. Not as
Yeah, I know.
quickest,
I mean, like cars like Roller obviously is just ridiculous.
It's a little Corolla V8, isn't it?
Yeah. I still think if you could have put the rotor rod doesn't exist anymore, but if you could have put that down the quarter mile, I reckon it would have been 9s.
The rotor rod,
The
that's
rotor
a
rod, that
hot rod.
13B hot rod.
Oh, yeah,
was
I've
out of
seen-
control
yeah,
with
okay,
that thing.
yeah.
And going down the main straight, sitting like we're sitting, and you could feel like you could get out and touch the road.
Oh,
And you're doing like 200 down the main street of Eastern Creek in this thing, and there's nothing. There's like a little bit of glass here, and there's nothing. That felt.
It felt fast. A bit scary too, by the sound of it.
Oh mate, I'm holding on, but like the guy driving it, like old
you
school
can
hot
drive
rodder,
it.
mate, he's fine. Like you know, Drax's rotor is so quick. Yeah, there's a lot of quick cars,
cars,
hey,
yeah.
and like a couple of the guys from the Datsun Outlaws that go roll rate. I mean, Ashley's little 1200 feels, so, and it is so quick, but it feels quick because you're in this little 1200. You know,
little
there's
black 1200
you're
sedan.
shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah,
and it's just, and you, as soon as he's, and
got
it's
CA,
a
CA,
and it just
yeah,
screams. You know what I mean? It gets up and screams, so it feels so quick. So by the numbers, I don't know what is like legitimately the quickest
You've
car.
been in the Pack 1600 too. That's
Yes,
Brad's,
yeah,
is it?
yeah,
Brad's?
that's right.
that's
Fucking insane.
Now,
I get asked a lot. They go, Pete, what's the quickest car you've ever been in? And that's close, man. I got goosebumps, bro. That was wild. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I couldn't feel the front wheels on the ground.
Oh my God, I've never felt, and the whole, you can't see it on the camera, but the car is just walking all over the road. Just, oh my God. That is out of control. I hope you can get a feel of how excited I am, because that was wild. I warned you, I was pretty pumped up. Here's the view from Todd's car.
Todd's 1600 is a quick car, and on the bottle too. To be this close to hyped up makes you realise just how quick Todd's FJ is.
Because that probably is the quickest by the numbers. That's probably the quickest
car,
yeah, I reckon.
Because it ran 7 something, I think, when the bloke who owned Hayden, I think he's done it. And that thing's 4.2.
Yeah, such a.
It was a quick car. Yeah, they have done a few nice cars over the years.
Oh, yeah.
So what would be your what's your ultimate ride? Like, you've been to power cruises, you've been into the outlaws, you've been onto some streets with some pretty crazy people and stuff. And what's the thing you've got in you thought, this is, oh my God, he's sending it, so Lynchy style sort of thing.
Mate, like you think back to Tim back in Go
180.
Go 180,
it was
wild, power cruise.
He's known for that.
Crossed up, like he comes into that, I don't know, like the corner down towards the entrance, and he comes into it, clutch out, and just steps, and he's like goes gutter to gutter, like up this, and there's no one else doing it. Like, there's guys in the big V8s who can step on it and it slides, but he's got to milk it to get out.
And that's the thing too.
He's up it,
And he doesn't have 500-600 horsepower, on the tap, that can bang it, is he? So he's actually having to send it himself.
And obviously every time I go in James's little peripheral ported Corolla, I'm having a good time. But then, just in some of the cruises, which like a lot of the episodes with the cruisers sort of go under the radar because they're not doing big power skids, and they're not revving it up. But like just some of the cars where you're getting on country roads and just driving these cars, like what I expect to go to in this Datsun in about 2 minutes time. Just get out and go and drive it is the highlight for me. I just absolutely love it.
Second gear, mate.
Boom, straight in.
Getting into it.
Put the boost on? Yeah, mate, I do. Hang on. Do we want to put the boost on? It was right here the first time I ever saw USA 10A, and it's right here. I'm super pumped. Same spot. Yeah. She's a beast. Up it.
Those long straight highways get a little boring, so we hit the back roads. And yep, they're long and straight as well.
We're in the desert in a rear-wheel drive car. It was always going to happen.
Both got up as kids, I had this car, say, would have been early 90s when I was, say, 13 to, say, 15, and, you know, they'd done it for you. And it was a bloke which Pete Noonan would remember. His name was Glenn Ferrer, and he had a blue and black LX or LH Tirana. So I was probably 13 or 14, and this thing had a V8 in it. And he used to, you know, the flares and the hot wires out like this, and he used to spin the wheels every time and everywhere. And ever since then, it's thought, I like cars. And then as I got a bit older, say 15 or 16, my best mate at the time, Troy Chamberlain, he had a little GDR XU1 Tirana with a 308 stroker in it and an auto. Nice. And I loved that thing too, mate. And it went too, you know. Ever since, I didn't have a licence back then, you know. The boys used to come up to the school, you know, and they'd park out the front and do little squealies as they were leaving and burn the tyres. You know, you'd see them in the McDonald's car park back then, you know. They'd like, do a burnout, and they'd do a burnout.
Yeah,
They'd literally do a burnout, mate. You know. And back then they weren't impaired. You know, it's probably a good thing now because things have changed now too. But you know, that's what done it for me. You know, I still remember these two Tiranas. You know, what did you grow up? You know, say little Pete when he was 13 and 14, catching the school bus to school, going, you know, that's you know, so and so down the road, Billy and Paul, which everybody had. You know, it's which you know, mate, which gets them into cars.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember the first time I went in Macca's. I'm working at Macca's and I'm 14 and 9 months, 15, and I got a lift home. We had like a crew meeting. And I got a lift home in, I won't say his name, but he had a little blue Gemini coupe. And this is not a nice one, like just an absolute piece of crap little Gemini coupe. And we're going home from this crew, and my brother's in the front seat and I'm in the back. And he goes, my brother sort of egged him on, let's go do a couple of doughies in the park, you know?
Yeah, as you do.
So we went, and it was a kilometre from my house, and my parents must have heard it because we were cutting hellies in the park out the front of my house, and then 2 minutes later I get dropped home, me and my brother get dropped home. I mean, and I remember like I'm doing these hellies going, this is the best, I love this. And I remember a guy at high school, he'd left high school by then, but he had an RX3, I think it was an 808 converted, green RX3, and he was just pulsing around Penrith in this NA rotor, or it might have been turbo, I don't know, but it was just, this rotor was driving around. And then obviously Berserk turned up, you know what I mean, was in Penrith at the time. Berserk was floating around the joint.
There's a big car scene in Penrith, wasn't it, back then too?
Yeah, like you had Help. You had Your Loss. You had Scared was like this. Scared was like this. There was this black Datsun, but no one had ever seen it. Like you'd see him on a Sunday morning, just going somewhere. You know what I mean? And I remember spotting him a couple of times, going, "Dude, that Datsun's real." You know, there is this car called Scared. It is around. You know,
there's a couple of them, wasn't there?
I think Adam Clark. Yeah, Adam Clark.
That's three of them, I think.
Yeah, I'll link to the episode what we did with that. And he had the Cosworth vents in the bonnet, and Cosworth vent bonnets reminds me of. I never saw it in person. Like way back then, but I'm Boss, you know what I mean? It was like this.
Oh, the Escort.
The Escort was around.
I love that car, mate. The white, you know, it was just so clean, wasn't it? Like it was, you know, nice little mags. It wasn't anything over the top. It was just white, you know, beautiful. The engine bay was done. It was a very beautiful car. So what's in your garage now, Pete? What's in Pete's garage?
In Pete's garage at the moment is just the Gemini.
Just the Gemini?
Yeah, I've paired it right back to just the wagon, which is just, it's exactly where I want it, which is I walk out, I get down, I start it, I drive it, I bring it home, I park it, and I walk away. There's nothing at the moment. It's just drive it and enjoy it.
No plans still for it yet, or yeah?
Nah, well that's if and when the motor pops, then I'll stress about all that.
But you sold it, didn't you?
I sold it. Went to Brisbane for a little while, and then I messaged the guy. I messaged him a couple of times. How's the Jemmy going? Everything good? Do you need anything? Got any questions? And then I messaged him and went, just a reminder, because I'd always said, if you get bored of it, call me and I might buy it back. You know, just give me a yell if you're bored of it. And I messaged him again and said, just reminding you again, if you're ever bored of it or you get sick of it or whatever, call me first. And he did. Oh, by the way, I am thinking of selling it.
Okay.
And I had the truck and I had the GDI at the time. And I went, okay, well, don't wait for me. Advertise it, do your thing, and I'll do my best to get all my ducks in a row to get it back. And ended up working it out and sent it back down for Brisbane.
Nice. Yeah. So how long to go for?
8 months.
8 months.
It was
Okay.
gone. Yeah, it came back basically
exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Yeah, he'd done a couple of nice little metal things, so that's all good.
Good.
Yeah. That dog's killing me, but I don't think it's going to matter because it's side on.
So, is it?
Any questions for me, Pete?
Me?
Yeah? No?
No, you can think of anything else.
I've got one for you.
All right,
I've got one for you.
all right.
How'd you go past Savannah?
How did I...
How'd you go not mention Savannah?
Oh, mate, how good is Savannah? Do you, now tell me this, do you ever get bored of driving that? You couldn't. No.
Oh, mate,
that is the best.
That's my dream car.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here waiting for you to say
Savannah.
it.
Yeah.
Waiting for you to say it, and you didn't say it.
I'm adding it now. What about Savannah? How good is bloody Savannah? And wind up? What about wind up? Mate, it is
hard.
when you start thinking about it, you start thinking about some of the cars.
Oh, that's that coupe Savannah, like it's got a 220B, like
Four,
goes to a bloody, shit, I forgot about that too.
It's the best. It's out of control. And
I've seen that. Yeah.
as I keep saying, mate, they drive it like they stole it. You know what I mean? They're up everywhere. It's the best.
Peripheral port 26B.
Yeah, I've seen that 26B. Yeah.
Massive thanks to Todd for coming on to film this one. We really appreciate it. And again, to all the owners, we really appreciate you guys. And to anyone who's liked, shared, commented, or just got involved in any way, we really appreciate it because it all helps. So thanks again.